Don't worry. I'm a professional.
Photography has the power to...
Good photography has the power.
The power to undo your assumptions about the world.
Change your perspective on life.
And surprise people with something that they had no idea existed.
Inspire, horrify.
Stop time for a moment.
It is an incredible passport to people's lives.
Images are so powerful that they can change the course of people's lives. They can change the course of history.
Photography can change the world.
Photography is a very arduous field, and this is very popular nowadays. Some photographers are not only famous in their field, but also widely known among the general public. The following famous photographers can be mentioned. 1. Steve Mercury is the most famous American photographer of National Geographic magazine. He recognized the photography monument with the themes of people and travel. Behind his photos is a story, a message full of humanity. Based on his skill, experience, and personal style, his name has become a trademark in the field of photography. An American impressionist photographer who is known as a friend of homeless, Lee Jeffrey. Listen to the story of the homeless around the world and share them through photo. It was Sunday suggests that his name came to prominence. Alan Douglas is a British photographer whose style is a mixture of object portraits and abstract line. Through his photo, he spots a different messages and feels of people, pace, and emotion. By choosing a unique lens and surface perspective, he has addressed a large number of the people who love his work. They get to set a position in achievement. In addition to their skills and knowledge of photography, they have constantly tried to build and position their own personal brand, which makes them outstanding and distinctive in the world of photography. And the question is, what is the personal branding, and what the photographer need to do to build a personal brand?
Amazon founder Jeff Bezos says one time, personal branding is what people say about you when you are not in the room. It's your reputation, it's the thing that helps people quickly recognize you, and the way you promote yourself and value your promise. In other words, it encompasses everything that others perceive about you, including your appearance, personality, profession, and the value you contribute to society.
First, you need to understand how you are in the field you are playing. This includes what skill you have and what stands out the most. What your experience is like, what are your strengths and weaknesses, and what are your goals when it comes to personal branding. How are you judged by others? What do your colleagues think of you? What will your work say about them? Whether your work is popular or not.
Take a look at your current style and think about what direction you want to build a certain style in the future. Also, you need to plan a clear and consistent development roadmap. Above all, think about the process of brand communication. If possible, create your own brand story, including a slogan that represents your style, on that others recognize and remember you.
You need to use social media channels to connect and send your content, photo, and work. You should create a blog as a central plan to connect all the social networking channels. At the same time, you need to interact with your public to be able to listen and reference on your own strength and weaknesses.
It may take you a few years to create your own value, be just with people, have a positive comment, and have a certain influence on the public in the field you work in.
For photographers, The process of building and developing a personal friend can be defined as the process of transmitting the meanings of messages and stories, affirming the individual value, both in terms of artistic value or commercial value, to provide better working opportunity and at the same time give its photographer the freedom to develop their ability better and better. In Vietnam, when it comes to photographers who have successfully built a personal friend, the following name can be mentioned. Photographer Trần Tuấn Việt, Photographer Thiên Minh và Photographer Dạ Miêu. Every individual in general or photographers in particular build a personal friend with their own knowledge, style, talent, and values, with the support of social network to convey a problem or a certain human value. Or more simply, they want to access their work in the field they love.
Never underestimate the power of a still frame.
How can we make the horror that we see in these pictures stop?
When people see those photographs, I hope that they are overcome with a sense of urgency.
I want them to ask and scream for change.
To see that, oh, that could be me, and make connections between people.
It's a universal language.
It's not the individual photograph, it's what you do with it and who you engage with it that makes it powerful.
I photograph to understand.